Hello, my name is Romeo Alonzo with Beauty Music Collective, BMC, in conjunction with the University of New Mexico College of Fine Arts. We're doing a series of artist interviews, and we're coming to you today from San Ysidro, New Mexico, from the sculpture studio of sculptor, artist, and extraordinaire Adrian Wall. How are you doing today, Adrian?
I'm doing great, thanks,
Right
Romeo.
on. Okay, well, Adrian Wall could be called a musician, a sculptor, and even a jeweler. What kind of artist do you identify as most?
Oh, that's a good question. Um, just depends on what day of the week it is. The weekends, I'm usually a musician. Monday morning, um, I would be a sculptor and musician. They're my first two loves.
Well, can you tell me about the person or people who inspired you to be an artist?
Oh, that would be my family. My family they're all artists. Growing up in a very creative and artistic family, and kind of learning the ropes at a young age about marketing and those kind of things. Yeah, it was those early influences from my family that kind of inspired me. As I got older, of course, you find mentors, and those mentors are very important to me. Lifelong relationships I've built with some of these people who've taught me the ropes about carving mostly and music and things like that. So I spent a lot of years toiling. Like my early 20s, I was just like, I didn't know that I should have gone to art school. I didn't know I was supposed to do this. I mean, there's like ways to go. So, I mean, I spent a lot of years just like trying to figure stuff out and make stuff. And I think that was probably the best thing for me because for me, I was able just to practice and practice and practice and practice and practice. And I didn't know any better. I was just like, okay, this is what I'm gonna do. This is what I'm doing. I went to art school much later. I think I enrolled when I was like 40 years old. I struggled in art school, man, because I had so much experience and then spent so many hours already making work and had markets and I was part of group shows and those kind of things. And so I struggled. Um, I guess maybe being challenged with the actual like pushing myself as a visual artist and content and things like that. It was very hard for me when I was in school. So um, I found myself in the jewelry studio that whole time I was there. Basically, I really enjoyed also writing and art history and things like that. That was a great thing for me too. So it's all a journey, man. I can't say that there's like one defining moment in my life that kind of made me who I am. I mean, I feel like I'm still learning. Today, this week I'm listening to a podcast about licensing music for film. Right? I mean, I'm there every day at noon to listen to this hour-long podcast doing the homework. I mean, it's just those kind of things. You just kind of keep. I mean, art is like
What
that.
is the most memorable project you've ever completed, and why? Why so?
Oh man, let's see. I took a couple. I took a big commission from Acoma, uh, about 10 years ago. Big little bit larger than life size sculpture, and that process was really beautiful. Just to, from design to installation, it was just a great experience for me. A lot of stress involved with that, but it was great. It was awesome. Yeah, sometimes you just dream up something, and like once you get it done, you just feel a sense of pride. But I don't like to like dwell on that either, because like I've seen I've seen other artists do that, where there's like, this is it, and then they're stuck there. I travel a lot. I do like 3 or 4 shows a year, bigger shows, commissions. A lot of the jewelry stuff I've picked up a gallery in Santa Fe that's pretty nice to deal with. I'm really excited about that. Trying to create some real innovative work for them. And a lot of social media stuff. Like we play in a band, and I just to have that kind of work ethic with my own work. You know, kind of. I think with the band, it's a little more intense. You have to kind of keep the public informed of what's going on. And with my work, I'll just like post something every once in a while. And
How important is networking to your business, and how do you do it?
it's huge. It's kind of funny too, because like the truth is, artists are always like, I'm an artist, I'm gonna make this really cool thing, and it's cool. But if nobody sees it, it's whatever. Nobody will see it. The other side of that too is that if you're looking to sell and make money off of this stuff, you have to understand who you're selling to and what they want. You have to be able to make. I mean, it's not really selling out. If you're gonna be able to support yourself, you have to be able to make something or create something that that client wants. And so networking is really important. Getting to know your clients. And so the other thing that's really important as far as networking is actually your peers. Working with artists who are doing similar things to yourself. And I heard something recently about the 5 people you spend the most time with are like who you really become. So if you're hanging out with your crazy cousin who lives on somebody's couch, it's going to be kind of tough to become that artist that you want to be. But if you're hanging out with successful artists who are working all the time and hustling, you're going to find that you're going to be doing that yourself.
What is your idea of making it in your artistic and entrepreneurial endeavors?
Man, that varies from day to day. Sometimes I wake up and think, man, I made it. There's levels of success. And, if I was really interested in making money instead of making art, or making money with art, I mean, there's definitely things I can do to make that more of a reality, but I'm really content to be able to create what I want to, sell when I need to, and make music and spend time with my family, go fishing every once in a while, exercise, drink a beer when I want to.
Right. I mean, that must be a good feeling for you, like when people that you might not even know are appreciating what you do as an artist. So.
Yeah, it's pretty amazing actually. Yeah, I mean, I've been doing this for a long time too. It's like I think when I started when I was like 18. Well, even before that, when I was a teenager, that was how I was making extra money. I was making figurines with my mom, and she'd help me finish them, and we would sell them, and I'd make like some extra cash, go to that concert or do whatever I wanted to do, right? So buy school clothes, those kind of things, the clothes I wanted, and for me, it was always a way of finding some financial resources. But as I got older and more involved in making art, I think it's just really cool to make stuff. I mean, it's I make stuff. That's all I do, really. Make music, make art. And,
Do you collaborate with other artists? And if so, do you find it easy or difficult to produce art in a collaborative setting?
Ooh, that's another loaded question. I try to. I'm not the best collaborator. I mean, we collaborate on music, and I'm pretty strong-headed and bossy and those kind of things, And I'm the same way when I'm working with sculptures, but like to get things done, like I just finished this little bronze sitting over here, and I worked with the bronze guy to make that happen. And but as far as like big kind of collaborative art pieces, I've been involved in a couple of those kind of coalitions, but it's just not my favorite way to work. I can work in a more political setting, like we're trying to organize this youth like a musicians workshop mostly for Native youth, and working with other musicians, and that's pretty neat because like it's all like everybody's kind of coming together. We don't really know what we're doing, so we're kind of leaning on each other.
Where can we find Adrian Wall's art to either view or buy?
Now I'm getting ready for a show in Phoenix, and I'll be down there first weekend in March. I have a part of a group show at the Museum of Indian Arts and Cultures that opens this fall. It's a glass show, native glass artists is kind of what it's based around. So that'll be up for a couple of years. I guess it opens this fall. I have a website, adrianwall.com, which is just right now a page because I'm kind of revamping the whole site, and hopefully that'll be up soon. Stay pretty active on Instagram, posting stuff on there. Picked up a gallery in Santa Fe recently called Manitou Galleries, and they're handling a lot of my jewelry. This is for your class. I'm doing a small residency over at Santa Fe at the Co Foundation.
Oh, okay.
And that's April 20, I think it's 17th, 18th, the 18th, Saturday 18th. I'm doing a public program, so I want to invite you guys over. I think it's going to be in the evening. I think there'll be these big projections on the walls is what I'm planning on doing. So I'll get you guys more information. But that'd be a cool one to kind of check out and be a part of.
Well, we'll definitely keep our viewers updated on that show, on that residency.
Cool.
And Adrian Wall, I want to thank you for your time.
Yeah, brother.
Fist pump. And for more information on Adrian Wall art, go to www.adrianwall.com.